Hi, welcome. This is Drew again from Really Direct Marketing down here in sunny Florida. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update about the webinar that's due real soon. Congratulations, okay, you're already ahead of the competition just for opening this email, well, and listening to me, I guess. You're really making the best use of valuable time to improve your business. Now, the word on your screen, help, it's what I've been hearing from people for the last couple of days. Lots of people have been in touch asking questions about whether they should join the webinar or not, what we'll be doing tomorrow. I had lots of questions, but here's a really common question that I've been asked already. So, hey Drew, who should I rather be marketing and selling my cleaning services to? I just seem to be getting all the cheapskates calling, and all they want to know is how much do you charge? So let's deal with that right now. I'm going to help you with that today so that you can hit the ground running and get real value from tomorrow's webinar. First things first, I do understand how you feel. When Marion opened her You Got Maids office back in 2011, well, she started with an empty office, no staff, no clients. In fact, we didn't even have a bucket to mop with. There were at least 3 well-known brand name maid services within walking distance. Plus everyone and her mother was an under-the-counter cleaner. We had Home Run Cleaning, Royal Maid, Celine's Cleaning, Joy's Cleaning, Made for Cleaning, and crikey, on and on and on. She felt even worse a few months later because in November, when the town gets swamped with pop-up cleaning companies, they're just there to capitalise on the influx of snowbirds. It's almost like a feeding frenzy. The challenge then was not just to get new clients, but to keep hold of the maids that we had. You know, they were all being tempted away with promises of loads of money. And all we seemed to be getting calls was from people looking for cheap cleans. They just wanted discounted service. They'd tried all the other cleaning services in town and they were just too demanding. They really wanted to have everything and not pay anything. We kind of called them, well, champagne taste with beer money. That's what we said. Now, it's very normal to believe that you'll have trouble finding clients who will pay your prices, okay? I know that's what is expected, especially if you're in a highly saturated marketplace. And all the marketeers will tell you, well, you just discount your prices at first so you can show them how good you are, yeah? They'll stay with you when the discount ends, they say, which is always, well, usually the opposite of actually what does happen. They will not stay with you. They'll leave you in search of the next coupon. So if you've tried the coupons or cheap first-time cleans and found that clients jump ship as soon as you try to charge them full price, well, you're not alone. I know how you feel because that's the exact same thing that happened to Marion. And here's how I fixed it. Before, just let me be clear, some of them were so cheap, Marion felt that she had to reduce her prices or she'd lose the few clients that she had. She was really at her wit's end. But here's what she found. Even if she dropped her prices, the others could drop them further. So we didn't really get any new clients from it anyway. And the ones that she did get would either jump ship at the first sign of an offer from someone else, or they were actually costing us money to clean. So that was one of the main reasons why she asked me to take a look at the numbers in the first place. And this is the strategy that we came up with. I put in place a thing called a list strategy. We found out that there were plenty of people out there that were just as sick and tired of being let down as we were of being chased with cheap cleaning companies. And the main reason was these people were more looking for an outcome than being influenced by the price. So the price wasn't their main driver. They just wanted to have a reliable, trustworthy service that was going to be consistent. Now, you might have heard of a thing called the ladder of desire, and it's not, I know it sounds a bit sleazy, and certainly with the things that are going on these days, you might think it is that, but it isn't. You see, the world is made up of primarily three different types of people. You've got the people at the bottom of the rung who just like you to show them how to do it. Show them how to do stuff. Let me get the manual. I'll read the manual so I know what I'm doing. If it's for cars, I'll be able to take the car apart myself, get it put back together. I've seen it on TV. How hard can it be? You'll hear them say, yeah? So they think they know what they're doing because it always looks simple. And then you've got the people that like to do it with someone. So they don't want to necessarily do all of the stuff because some of it looks too difficult, They can do some of the bits. So maybe they can change the oil or change a tyre, but they're not going to reline their brakes because, let's face it, that could kill them. And then, of course, you've got the guys at the top who really don't want to do it at all. They're the ones who don't want to get dirty fingernails, and that's me, okay, just to be clear. If ever a car salesman tells me I should look under the hood, then, well, it's not the car for me. Now, for our clients, let's think of it, how will we look at that? Well, I guess the ones at the very bottom, they're the ones who say, well, I'll clean it myself. Oh, that's what I do. And sometimes they will. Sometimes they will be the ones that do all the cleaning themselves and you'll never get service from them. But a lot of times, that isn't the case. Sometimes what happens is they'll do some of it. They'll think they're going to do more of it, but they won't get around to it. And things start to build up around them. Before they know where they are, it's just too much and it gets all too overwhelming. That's when you might get the call for them to come and do that one-time 52-point spring clean. Now, the problem with those people is, of course, they think they know how to do it, so they'll try and tell you how to do it. And, of course, if you look around them, you'll see that they actually don't know how to do it. That's why they're calling you in. So the challenge with them is quite often making sure they understand that you are the expert and you know how to do this. And this is all very normal, and it's no big deal. Now, the next rung up are those that will perhaps just call you in to do bits of it. And it might be those that maybe they're unwell and they can't bend or they can't stretch or whatever else, so they can't reach to do the floors or the dusting. At least that's what they're telling you. Or it might be that, they don't use all of their house very much. So they only need you to do the bits of the home that they're using all the time. Then, of course, there's the top rung, and they're the ones who want you to do it. They just want you to do it. They don't want to worry about it. They want to know you're going to come. Okay, so maybe they'll clean away their dishes in the morning, and maybe they'll pull the bed up. But primarily, they want you to do everything. Now, those are the ones who, for them, time is really valuable. They don't necessarily value what you do, but they definitely value what they do. And part of the process is trying to find a way of finding where they are, because at the moment what's happening is you got to find these clients without giving them heavy discounts, and you need to also be realizing that people are different and you don't sell to them the same way. Some people have got different things that are important to them. Often similar product providers will advertise the same way because they want to attract the same demographic, and they end up fighting over them. They'll use specials and discounts. I mean, restaurants particularly, you'll see this for. Someone will be offering a $3 meal. What do you know? Someone else is offering a $2 meal. Next thing you know, they're giving you the meal away. Cleaning companies will often do this, and you know this from yourself. First and fifth cleans free, for example. Now, the other thing to remember is that you can use your marketing to repel certain types of clients as well as attract. If you just stick with the coupons and the discounts, before you know where you are, you're going to be discounting yourself out of business. So remember as well that you're going to be different to attract the right clients. So if you don't want to have the same clients as everybody else, look around you. Motor dealerships, they get this. They will, and you'll see this even clearer with their advertising styles. If you think of Ford and Chevy, their cars are very similar. The markets that they're fighting over are very similar, so their pricing is pretty much the same. You could argue the same could be said for the more quality, so the Lexus, the Maserati, the Cadillac. They're all fighting over the same thing, but the difference is how they present their product. With Fords and Chevys, it's all about price, it's all about discounts. With Lexus, Maserati, Cadillac, it's all about position. It's much more about the quality that comes with this product, much about the lifestyle that comes along with this product. You will also find that their dealerships are designed to repel certain types of people but attract others. So for example, you won't often see someone who would normally be driving a Cadillac going into a Chevy dealership. It's just not the sort of thing that they do. They like to be made a fuss of. Someone who wants to buy or is used to buying Fords and Chevys, if they go into a Maserati dealership and they're given a glass of champagne, they feel uncomfortable. What's this all about? Well, that's part of what they're trying to do. They're trying to only attract the right sort of people and dissuade the others. So it's not an accident. They do it on purpose. They know what they're doing. Now, the best way to attract new ideal clients is with a headline that hits that sweet spot. You want to try and answer a question that's already going on inside their head. So you use headlines that will attract some. Like, for example, is your cleaning service still getting everything done? Does your cleaning service ever cancel last minute? Who cleans when your cleaning lady calls off? Should you have to clean up after your cleaning service has left? These headlines will get the attention of folks that think just like these things. But it'll repel the others. And here's some others that you can use that will just only appeal to some and repel others. Like, when was the last time your Viking shone like new? Is your cleaning service messing up your granite countertops? Some won't even have granite countertops, so they're not even going to read that. They're not interested in this. They don't even know what a Viking is. They sure as heck don't know how to clean it. And then the other one, a bit something like this. And I know it's a long headline, but don't be put off by long headlines, because if you read the first 3 or 4 words and they appeal to you, you'll read the rest. If they don't appeal to me, then it doesn't matter, because you don't want them anyway. So this one would be something like, the whole family is coming and all 3 of the guest bedrooms and bathrooms need to be cleaned. You spend your time ordering the hors d'oeuvres, and you've got maids will leave your guests feeling like they've stayed at the Ritz with bedrooms and bathrooms to be proud of, okay? So like I say, putting the emphasis on the 3 guest bedrooms, that will repel those that don't have 3 bedrooms. We put a value on her time so she can feel guilt-free about paying to have the rooms professionally cleaned, and a little bit of reassurance that a guest will be impressed with the rooms too. So a little bit of built-in pride there. So you can see how a different type of advertising strain will repel some but attract others. Back to the list then. What are the lists all about? Well, the lists are really, I know what you're thinking. Who's going to pay a lot for cleaning? But that's not what you're offering. Remember, it's the whole experience that we're talking about. Top-run clients. At first, you might think there aren't any of them, but a lot of the time, it's your own mindset that holds you back. So think about your ideal client. It is possible to write advertising copy that will attract some, we've already seen, and repel others. Headlines do it best. If you can stop someone's eye and get their interest, this is all part of finding the ideal client, and you need to start by building a list of likely candidates. Okay? So when you do that, you can do that as soon as we finish. As soon as we finish this little video, you can get on the phone and call the local Chamber of Commerce. Ask to speak to the president. Take them to lunch. Introduce yourself if you haven't already. And if you have, well, then going to lunch with them should be easy. Explain what you're doing and that you'd like their help. Your goal is to professionalize the maid service and bring a high quality alternative for chamber members to use. Explain, that you want to be aiming towards the local lawyers, the surgeons, the business owners, dentists, realtors, anyone that you think would be someone worthy to refer. Now, often the local Chamber of Commerce will have a mailing list or a business directory you can get a copy of. Trade directories and membership lists are also available. Okay, so now we know they think differently. Well, guess what? They buy things differently too. In fact, they do tons of things differently. They socialize in different places. They network in different ways. They read different magazines. They're members of clubs and associations, and they all know each other. Well, pretty much anyway. But it's not enough to know what you need to say. You need to know where to find them. And this is exactly what Marion did, because every town and city has got these types of people. They're hiding in clear sight. They really are. A well-crafted sales letter or a postcard with an eye-catching headline is all it takes. Even hand-delivered letters with some brownies will help to make you turn up different, because that's what this is all about. Start thinking of terms of top-rung thinkers rather than bottom-rung sinkers. Building the know, like and trust of these people is exactly what Marion did, and it worked for her, and it will work for you too. So, back to that original question, who should I be marketing and selling my cleaning services to? I just seem to be getting all the cheapskates calling, and all they want to know is how much do you charge. So who should I be selling to? Well, as I've said, the business leaders, the doctors, the lawyers, the top realtors, the VIPs in your area. And you need to be setting an appointment to talk to them, not an appointment to clean their home. Using a totally different approach will make you stand out, and it will attract the right type of clients. Now, I'm going to email you out later today an example of an introduction letter that Marion used to crack open the door of a local civic association, and it's in just one area of her territory. Now, once we were able to get inside and to become the trusted recommended cleaning service, wow, I'm going to send you a copy of the latest ad that we run in that association's magazine. It costs us about $100 a month, okay? That one area now produces over $120,000 of annual revenue for $100 a month. I can live with that. So you're going to love tomorrow's webinar. Armed with the knowledge that I'm going to teach you tomorrow, you can make your business a real success. How do I know? Well, because once Marion discovered these 6 things, she really took off. She went from about $125,000 a year to just shy of $500,000 in revenues in just 3 years. But more importantly, she grew her margins 4-fold. So tomorrow is nearly here. Now, if you found this helpful, you're going to love the webinar. Remember, it's going to give you the heads up on the 6 most important things you need to know to empower you to take control of your business. If you're tired of working such long hours and still seeing little or no return, you can't afford to miss this webinar. I'm really looking forward to this. Tomorrow's going to be great. So it's scheduled tomorrow for 2:30. Check your email in the morning just in case there's any changes. There'll be some reminders and links, and sign in early so you don't miss a thing. I'm going to look forward to speaking to you all tomorrow. And that's about it from me. Thank you very much.